And Rich Trapper tapping in, TNN Trap News Network. You feel me?
Rich Trapper.
The homie wanted you to whitelist this shit too.
Who?
Rich Trapper.
Rich Trapper?
He be reacting to your shit.
Y'all, Rich Trapper tapping in TNN Trap News Network. We back in action with another reaction video. Back in the same, like, cracking the same, man. Like, comment, subscribe for more of this good content we got going on here at TNN Trap News Network. Hit the subscribe button, become part of this Rich Trapper Mafia. Hit that notification bell at the top. That one right there. Hit that little button right there at the top. Hit all, say tapped in for the latest and the greatest. What we got going on here at TNN Trap News Network. My newest single, Your Love Ain't For Me. Out now. Get into that. If you ain't got into that, all streaming platforms, and then you need to get into these, man. Signature Honey Cigars. Shout out to T.I. Shout out to Signature Honey Cigars. Smooth honey aromatic flavor. Not intended for minors. Signature Honey Cigars. Sweet honey aromatic flavor. Available wherever tobacco products are sold near you. And you got these tasty live resin disposable cartridges. Shout out to Tasty. Live resin disposable cartridges. Premium category 3 distillate. No pesticides, heavy metals like a rock band. No glucose, glycerin, MCT, BG, vitamin E, or any other additives. 5 1,000 milligram cartridges with each box. Get into that. If you ain't got into that, big dog, get into that, man. Tasty live disposable live resin disposable cartridges. Get into those, man. Tomorrow, May the 19th, we giving away $200 to the best song in the live music review. Trying to get registered. TRAPNEWS NETWORX Trap News Network. We giving away $200 for the live music review, and we'll be giving away $50 to the best comment, and we'll be giving $50 to the top commenter. So make sure you get into that. If you ain't got into that, man, it's a whole lot of new music out right now. So make sure y'all get into that. If you ain't got into that, man, we finna get into this good content. Good content, man. We got Sereno X Adam Y Wack press Flakko. Sereno X Adam Y Wack press Flakko when he's the one who dissed Wack's gang. I mean, basically, COMPA Raider is asking Adam how come Wack is all on Flakko's head, but he's the one who actually dissed his hood and all that kind of stuff. Shout out to COMPA Raider for taking accountability for dissing Wack's hood and making sure it's known that's not Flakko. But either way, go. We finna jump to this content, man. 3, 2, 1, let's go.
Paperboy News here to deliver y'all that daily report. Now we gonna get to the bottom of this, so let's talk about it. Now a couple of days back on the CEO podcast on No Jumper, DW Flame, P Nice, and Flakko was chilling and grubbing, and then out of nowhere, Wack 100 pops up out of nowhere and tells Poetic Flakko, how come you didn't answer?
Out of nowhere, Wack pops up out of nowhere. Well, duh, bro. If he popped up out of nowhere, he had to pop up out of nowhere, because out of nowhere he pops up out of nowhere. Duh, Paperboy News. It's okay. Words are hard. Don't worry about it. If he pops up out of nowhere, duh, it has to come from nowhere. Never mind. Don't worry about it, bro. Words are hard.
A phone call, because I need to holler at you. Now, I didn't know what the hell was going on, but what I do know is that Poetic Flakko has his own channel, and he does a bunch of fake documentaries on real gang members. So I was assuming that he covered the Pacoima Power Rules and put a bunch of fake narratives together, and the Pacoima Power Rules got mad at that and wanted to holler at Poetic Flakko so he could fix it up. Now, according to Wack 100, Poetic Flakko was interviewing one of his ops, and they dissed Wack 100's gang, which is the Pacoima Power Rule Bloods. And Wack wanted to warn Poetic Flakko that the Pacoima Power Rules is only 4 miles away from No Jumper. And Poetic Flakko just kept talking. That's when Wack 100 cut him off and said, I don't want to hear none of that. You let him in, right? You let him in.
See the whole whoop and wooty band with that. Go ahead and watch the last couple videos, man. I broke the whole thing down, but don't worry about it. Breakdowns are hard.
Right? He acting like Poetic Flakko owns No Jumper. That's Adam 22. He's the only one that can authorize somebody to come in. Now, I was confused as hell because I never remembered anybody that Poetic Flakko interviewed on No Jumper where they dissed the Pacoima Power Rules. That's when I double.
So it was actually COMPA Raider who did it. Compa Glazer. He's the one who did it. Compa Glazer. And he dissed them. And then there's another one where I think in reference to telling a story, it might have been said in the Richard Hart podcast, but it wasn't intended to be a disrespectful term, and it was taken entirely out of context. If you see a clip, you have to watch the whole thing to see the context in which it was put in, because it wasn't disrespectful at all. But Wack's just messing. Wack essentially is just making things up to gain relevancy because nobody's talking about Officer Rat Run Hunter right now.
Back and have to watch a couple of videos to realize who really dissed his set. Then I realized who really did the interview, and it was Adam 22. So let's talk about it. The Compton Raider is from the San Fernando Valley, and the gang that he belongs to is the San Fer 13 gang, which is rival gangs to the Pacoima Power Rules. Now it makes sense to me me as to why every time COMPA Raiders ask questions about Wack 100, he always does subliminal jokes at them because their gangs don't get along. Even when COMPA Raider was on Lush One's podcast and Lush One was asking them questions, COMPA Raider just cut him off and said, look at what they said on the chat. Wack 100 got 3 fingers in him, and he likes it. Pause. Now in an interview on No Jumper, Adam 22 was the one doing the interviewing, and the guest that he had was COMPA Raider. And in that interview, COMPA Raider was basically getting on Wack 100 for trolling a lot of people on social media. And he told Wack 100, you know, let the dead rest in peace. And then COMPA Raider says he knows that Wack 100 is soft, and he bet Adam 22 that if he were...
That whole thing, I did a reaction to it, and somebody actually sent it to me today, and I reacted to my own reaction. So y'all hear my kids in the background. They're finna go to bed in a minute. They're finna go to bed in a minute. Let me see. Somebody sent me my own reaction. I react to my own reaction. So if you want to go, the title of the video is called Flakko Gets COMPA Raider in Hot Water in the Pacoima Streets, and it was a month ago. So shout out to Billy Coca giving me that woo-wop and the whoopty bam, and I appreciate that. Let's keep going.
Go to the Pacoima Pirus, they'll show him more love than they do to Wack 100. That's when COMPA Raider said he knows that Wack 100 is soft like a ping ball. Now the regular people who ain't from the valley, that just sounds like a regular... That's when COMPA Raider said he knows...
I'm not gonna say it, but that's the diss right there. And I feel like he kind of like blanked it out because it's a diss, but that's the diss right there. That's what Wack was alleging that Munchie being Spider-Loc said, but he didn't say it. COMPA Raider actually is the one who dissed Wack's whole hood, so that was that.
Wack 100 is soft like a ping ball. Now the regular people who ain't from the valley, that just sounds like a regular word, but I guess that's how you diss the Pacoima Pirus. So now that we understand who interviewed COMPA Raider, and COMPA Raider being the person that dissed Wack 100's gang, we gonna jump back to the podcast where DW Flame, P Nice, Wack 100, and Poetic Flakko was at. Now long story short, Wack 100 was making it seem as though Poetic Flakko was the one that was doing the interview, but it was Adam 22. So I don't understand why the hell he got up to try to bomb rush Poetic Flakko, but this should be a wake-up call to
Fake. He wasn't trying to do nothing to Flakko. He was trying to get some attention.
Poetic Flakko for doing all these fake documentaries on actual gang members, trying to get them locked up for content. Now the funny thing is, when Wack 100 sat down with Adam 22 on their platform months back, and he confronted them on bringing COMPA Raider and COMPA Raider dissing his set, all it took was for Adam 22 to say he didn't know how to diss their gang, and he didn't know that he would say that, and Wack 100 forgave him. So my question is, why were you so eager to get up and try to catch Poetic Flakko's fade, and he's African American just like you, but you're willing to give the white man a pat?
With that being said, I know that my man Paperboy News is I was almost sure, but it sounded like he a Mexican for the African American thing, because we would have said black. But shout out to my brown brothers. But we figuring out who you are, Paperboy News, one day at a time.
Now to me, Wack 100 is deflecting from the fact that it was Adam 22 that interviewed his op, and his op was the one that dissed Wack 100's gang in front of Adam 22, not Poetic Flakko. Now I understand why I was so confused, because Poetic Flakko never interviewed any of Wack 100's ops. Now COMPA Raider caught wind of that video clip, and he was chilling with Lush One, and he told Wack 100, why you pressing civilians? Won't you try to press me? So there you guys have it. Poetic Flakko never did.
So COMPA Raider dissed his hood and stood on business. Wack, what you gonna do about that?
Nor did he interview anybody that dissed Wack 100 said. And the real person that did it was Adam 22 when he interviewed his op, which is COMPA Raider. And Wack 100 sat down with Adam 22 and they had a good conversation. So my question is, why would you try to bomb rush somebody who's also a civilian and the same race as you, and he didn't have nothing to do with it? But I'm gonna leave that up to y'all down in that comment section. But y'all like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Y'all let me know what y'all think down in that comment section. It's Paperboy News Stand. Y'all be safe and stay dangerous out there. Gone.
All right, man, we about to the next one. Make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe. Shout out to Paperboy News, man. Make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe for more of this good content we got going on here at TNN Trap News Network. News you can use, some knowledge you can't get in college, big dog. Hit the subscribe button, become part of the Rich Rapper Mafia. Hit that notification bell at the top. Hit all, stay tapped in for the latest and the greatest. What we got going on here at TNN Trap News Network, man. Get into these tasty live resin disposable cartridges, man. Get into those. And these signature honey cigars, smooth, honey, sweet, aromatic. You guys saying shush is louder than him talking. Red dot sliding to the left. Free Avenue Angel, so he's free. I'm finna go parent my kids. We out of here.